Okay. Let's see. I guess we're live. I don't know. Hello, everybody. Ann Morrissey, Personal Stylist here. And I'm with my friend and client, Laura, doing something a little different today because I've never had a guest on here, so I don't really know how we're showing up. I thought that we would be kind of side to side, but hey, you got to try new things, and if it's not perfect, we'll figure it out next time, right? This is my client, Laura, who I met in December. And the reason that we're here together today is because, I get a lot of sort of deer in headlights reactions when I say what I do. I come on here every other day and say, Ann Morrissey, Personal Stylist. And although I know really clear what that means, right? A lot of people don't really know what that means. And that's not fair. That's not fair to you who listen to me or who maybe wonder what it's like. So I brought somebody on who I had so much fun with, right? And well, I typically do, but Laura and I had a really great time, and I wanted to just kind of interview her and give you a feeling of what it's like to work with a personal stylist. Name me. I don't know what it's like to work with another one besides me, right? But so that with that all that said, let me just jump in here.
Hi.
Hey, Laura. Hi there. I know it's a little weird to be here in front of the camera, but yeah, it's okay. So can you tell me, or tell our invisible audience, what made you pick up the phone, or you emailed me actually? What made you reach out in the first place?
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you that for a few months before I reached to you, I have been watching some of your videos, I have been reading some of your articles, and there was something really that resonated with me. And I, at first it's like, oh, everything she says makes sense to me. And everything she says matches my needs. So I was very encouraged to reach to you because I thought you could help me to do a big jump in my wardrobe. Because, we think we can do it little by little, buying one thing here, one thing there. But then when we don't have a plan, we just end up buying things that don't make sense and spending our time, our money, our effort. So I thought it was a smart decision to contact you. And sometimes I want to say it's not very easy to take the phone and talk with someone we don't know. So for some people like me, it may work better an email where you can tell a little about you. And I think that was my comfort zone, to do an email, And after that, when you reached to me, I just feel like, wow, I just find someone who understands my needs and is someone that I can talk to easily, There's no pretentious here. I don't have to pretend that I have everything together, and I can just be myself,
That is a really important point, because really at the beginning, that's everything. You don't have it together. It's like when anybody reaches out for help, it's because I don't have it together. I want to get it together. And, I don't know how to get from where I want to go, where I am, to where I want to be. And it's important that you feel safe to do that. I think a lot of people might have a perception that a stylist would be all, oh, fashion, style, and you don't have it, like that kind of thing. And I never operated like that, because why? Why?
Yes.
It's not. So okay, that's do you think that the things that we got, would you have ever picked them by yourself?
No. So, here's the thing. I worked for many years for corporate, and I used to work in human resources. So before I got married, I did that. And the outfits that I will wear to the office were more classic, you know. Then I stopped working and became a mom, and I have been a stay-at-home mom for 8 months. And I thought like, I don't want to go back to that classic, because that classic now could be translated to older, and I didn't want to portray that.
Did you say older?
Yeah, like maybe if I dress classic, I feel like I will have chosen things that maybe make me look older. And also because I'm trying to change the area in which I want to look for a job to a more creative area, I needed to find pieces that were more like edgy, for say it so.
Yeah.
So without your help to complement my concepts of professional and fun and energy, I don't think I would have chosen the pieces myself.
You know, I was talking to a hypnotist today, actually. I had a hypnotherapy session, which was the first one that I'd had with this guy. And he said, you know, the thing is that I can see more for you than you can see for yourself, right? Because I don't have the little voice and the baggage and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm just looking at you. He says, probably like you look at somebody's closet. When you go into somebody's house and you go into their closet and they're all stressed about it and they don't like it, or, you know, it's just not working for them some kind of way, but you look at it and you don't have any emotion about it. So you can see it clearly.
Yes.
And so what you did for me, and what I have my clients do, is it's not really me that does it. It's really you. Because that's the first, remember when we first met? And I was like, okay, so how do you want to show up? And give me some words. And you started giving me the words, right? I don't remember really what they were. I have them in a notebook here somewhere, but you know, let's just say they were smart, sophisticated, and edgy. Or I think it was probably creative, edgy,
yes,
you know, like that. So then I'm pulling out all of these things from you. You don't really know why. I'm not where I'm going. I'm just trying to, you know, get it. And then when I go shopping, you've already done the work. Actually, you've already told me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I mean, you've already told me. Now my job is to listen, and I am a good listener. I will say that. It's a lot. That's everything.
Yes.
You know, and I listen not with just my ears, but with my whole body. I feel you. Who are you? That's why a lot of times people will say, oh, when you're out with a client, can you look for me this or that? I'm like, no, because I can't do that. It's just all you, right? And then so it's a collaboration, and that's why it's as fun as it is.
Yeah, I will say that in simple words, I will say like you help me to translate the idea to the things, you know, to the clothes. But without the idea, how can you go and select things? Yeah, so I appreciate that you took the time to sit with me and understand who I am and where I want to go, you know, because then it's clear the choices you made for me were in the right direction, you know.
So, you know, the thing is that, okay, so do you think that you could do now? Okay, let me see. I'm not the best interviewer. That's a skill set I'm going to have to develop. But the question that I have in my mind is, if you should go shop, you won't need to go shopping without me now for go shopping now for, you know, a long time. But if you were to go now by yourself, what do you think would be different? What do you think you would, yeah, well, I don't know, let me not put words in your mouth. How would it be different now that you have had this experience of you and I together?
Well, I'm going to tell you to start with that you helped me to break my parents, to get out of my comfort zone. And that was huge because that is going to translate to many other areas of my life,
wow.
too, you know? So, for example, I think for many years I have been like constraining myself from buying something because, oh, I read in a magazine that there is a rule that I say if I'm shorter than 5'2", I shouldn't wear these shoes, or I should match the shoes to my pants, and so many restrictions that
I know.
and come back with nothing, you know. And now I feel like, no, you cannot say no until you go to the dressing room and you put them on, and then you can make a decision, you know.
Do you know that is so music to my ears? And I mean, I love that you said that, because the rules are, I think the rules are made with a good intention. But it doesn't work, because, you know, sometimes I get calls and people say, well, do you do colors? I want my colors done. I want to know what colors I am. I'm like, yeah, I don't do that. Okay. Because as soon as I tell you that you're a spring, you know, you're going to find something that's in summer that's perfectly great for you too. And it's hard enough on the internet shopping, which, you know, I don't really like that, but, or in a place like Aventura Mall or Boca Town Center, or for, you know, we're in South Florida for, you know, people watching all over, but we have great, huge malls here, amazing selection. How in the world are you going to go in there, right, and find something when it's just like, oh, if you're 5'4" and under, don't do this. Or if you're, you know, if you're size 14 and over, you better never wear white pants. Or all of that stuff. Yes. is absolutely, you're right, it's absolutely paralyzing. Yes. Mm-hmm. It's paralyzing, and I know what you mean, but that's the collaboration between us, is that I'm not paralyzed. So I'm looking at you going, put the white pants on. Get the big necklace. Yeah. And then we just see, you know. I love it.
Especially, well, you will remember well that I went to a store, and that particular store, everything that I see around me kind of talk to me, because I feel I identify myself with the style, with the materials and everything. And then suddenly there was a dress, and as soon as I saw the dress, I was like, oh, that's gonna require special underwear. It's gonna be complicated to wear. And you say, just try it. And as soon as I put it on, I know that's what I'm getting from here, you know.
Oh, I remember this. I was thinking of, yeah. Well, no, what you said was, I think if we're talking about the black dress. Okay. Right. It's a cute dress. And she saw it on a mannequin. And she said, oh, I would really like that dress, but it's not going to work for some reason or whatever. Right. I don't remember, but she already talked herself out of it. I'm like, you like that? And then in my mind, I could see it on her. And she says, yeah. She tried on that dress. It was so cute. It was ridiculous. Yes. And we bought it. Right. And that's the thing. It's just like people stop themselves too early. Mm-hmm. And have this whole story going on about what's right or what's not. And how do you even know? You know, sometimes I don't even know. I don't always know. I just say, well, you know, it's going to either be really good or really bad. Let's just try it on. I don't know. I can't tell. But I do if I can't tell, I will put it in the mix for you. Yes. Rather than not. Right?
Great. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, other thing I would like to say is that, and probably many people have this question, is that, again, in my mind, I'm thinking, how is this shopping trip is gonna go? And then I'm thinking, wow, I'm gonna go to the first store and then say my budget is not enough, or I'm just gonna spend my budget in two things, or I'm gonna hurt her feelings when I say I really don't like that blouse that you choose for me, you know, all these things, you know, in my mind, you know? So I have to give you credit that I felt very comfortable when we went shopping, because you explained me the strategy we're gonna follow. You say, we're gonna look here, look here, look here, and make our decision. So that give me a peace of mind and say, she hasn't forgot that I have a budget. She hasn't forgot that I'm a little picky and I may not like everything at the first time. I need time to process what I'm gonna shop, and I appreciate that. I feel really comfortable, and then make my experience very fun. You know?
I'm glad that you feel that way, but because that's important. One of the things about when you do the kind of scale of shopping that I do with people, I pick out a lot of things at every store, right? It's not just 2 or 3 things over here and 2 or 3 things over there. It's a whole lot of stuff. And the process is, it doesn't have to be this way, but over the 14 years that I've been doing this, I have found that, for example, if I pick 5 stores, just for a random number, we go to the first store, you try on everything, don't buy one piece. We give the stuff back to the sales lady, and go on to the next thing. And we go through all the stores, and then we say, okay, time for a break. Let's have some lunch, glass of wine, and just chill. Because it's work.
Yes.
Right? It's work. And I've already done my work, but now you got to trying on things and all of that. And then once you've had a chance to see everything, then you don't feel any pressure. You're like, you know what? I like this pair of blue pants better than that. I like these, but like, and so then, and your job, remember, I think you were pretty good at this, but your job is simply, do you love it? Do you not? If you love it, your job is not, well, what's it going to go with? Right? That's my job. Yes. And that's another level of
probably stress that people have when they shop, Yeah. That is freeing to me, that I don't have to worry if it's gonna match anything in my wardrobe, Like you say, I just have to like it, and you just have to fit. That's it. Which is
a big, big too. But yeah, I think it might be sort of a false thing, because I've already done the whole thing in my mind. So if you like something, I know what I'm going to do with it. If you don't like it, I mean, that doesn't hurt my feelings. It's like, if you don't like it, I probably don't like it either. Probably like that. So anyway, okay. Well, Laura, I think that this has been great. I so thank you. I get tired of talking to the camera by myself. I want to just bring in somebody else, and just for a few minutes, and just hang out and feel good about what we did, and just wish you well in your endeavors. One more thing though, we didn't say this. Laura is gonna explore some different ventures. She has 2 areas where she's thinking about going, right? And they're similar but different. So we needed to pump her up to be able to do that. How are you gonna feel now about that when you're stepping out?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I think I'm gonna feel very confident to start with, because before we worked together, I was hoping, look for opportunities, interviews, but then I was thinking, what I'm gonna do if they call me tomorrow for an interview? I'm not that ready, So now I feel like I'm ready to go, and I can spend my time and make my efforts to think about other things related to the interview, not what I'm gonna wear. What I'm gonna wear is done, and I don't have to use my capacity, my brain capacity on that, and just relax about that and just concentrate in business,
Yeah, and being you. It's true, because once you feel that this is right, that you have this right, like when I do speaking, which I haven't done live for, a while. But when people would invite me to speak, then one of the first things that I do is Google, where is it going to be? Okay. And then I figure out, what am I going to wear? And then I figure out, what am I going to say? Because once all that's done, I'm good. But if I'm not sure about that, then I don't know how to operate. And that might sound like, really, the first thing you do is figure out what you're going to wear. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I do, because that's how that's my armor. That's that grounding space. And a lot of times people leave their personal presentation till last. They think about everything else they're going to do, right? And then at the last minute, they try to throw it together. And that, it's there's a better way to do it. Yeah.
No, yeah, definitely. So having that part is just, I know it's good. I know it's gonna work. I know it's conveying the message I wanna share with others. That it's expressing the message I have for them. So I can concentrate now, probably in my resume and my experience and other things that are important to talk.
All right, my dear. I know you've got your Friday night ahead of you. I so thank you for spending some time with me. You take care, be well, go out there and be, I call it, go forth and be fabulous.
Well, thank you, Anne, for having me here, and looking forward to do something together again. Thank you.
Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.